Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the previous video, we climbed Stone Tower, and we discussed the Ben Drowned creepypasta. In today's episode, we're going to be doing half of the Stone Tower Temple dungeon. For some reason, the game was like, let's reset all the progress that I made, so I have to do this puzzle all over again. No big deal, in case you missed last episode. In case you missed last episode, it was this. It was playing this song and putting on a different mask and playing the song again, and then putting on no mask and playing the song again, so didn't miss out on too much. If I'm remembering correctly, this temple doesn't have a lot to do with the Elegy of Emptiness. It's just the song you have to play in order to get into the area, so it shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. I guess that's the plan. So I think this one over here is next. Come on. Get here. Alright, yeah. Hey, what is my commentary today? I was gonna say keep note of that red thing. We're gonna need to talk about that at a later time. Yeah. Alright, I really wasn't I wasn't expecting to have to do this puzzle again. I did it at the end of the last video, and I'm like, okay, next time we're just gonna hop right into the dungeon. But, no. We're gonna waste some time doing the puzzle all over again. Actually, since we're talking about, doing the puzzle, let's break these pots again as well. I think there's a fairy in one of them. Not that I necessarily need a fairy, but like one of them would have been a super useful item to have during the Georg fight. So, you know, I'm just going to grab that and hopefully just move on from there. Okay, did I get those bombs? I did. Okay. Last Elegy of Emptiness before we are inside the game of the dungeon. Alright, here we go. And right, left, right, up, right, down, left. That's not at all the song. It was right, left, right, down, right, up, left. Oh, what a great song. And voila, Benjamin. Okay, moving on from the last video, let's actually talk about today's video. So we're going to be doing Stone Tower Temple. Like all temples, there are 30 missing fairies. 30? 15 stray fairies? There's some stray fairies. And I showed you guys where the shrine was a little while ago. It's in the Akana town, quote-unquote, where the town would be. But, you know, no matter what, here we are in Stone Tower Temple. You'll notice that the mask insignia is upside down. Well, that's highly unfortunate. We'll have to deal with that later. Alright, so we put this on, and we can already see that there's a fairy somewhere nearby. Hey, there's these dragonflies. Haven't seen these since the swamp. They're pretty cool. Alrighty, so like I said, so this dungeon, a little weird. Without spoiling too much, we're going to be visiting a lot of rooms, in fact every single room, more than once. So if we can't access a fairy now, it is entirely possible that we need to access it at a later time, a different way. So it's not too big of a deal if we enter these rooms and we're like, where's the stray fairy? We can't find it. Because it's entirely possible that we just get it on a returning trip. Having said that, however, we do have to make sure we grab all the fairies on our first pass through. Because if we don't, and I'm nearly certain there's one you can get in this room, right now. Anyway, if we miss a fairy, that could be not very good. Alright, I literally do not see any other place that a fairy could be hiding. And as such, we're going to continue through this right door here, and you know, we'll move on. Okay, sunblock. We're going to be going through another door first, because we cannot pass through that sunblock as of right now. Alright, so we're just going to, we're going to keep going. Yeah, alright. That's good. Let's enter this room. And this room has a lot of bomb chew. That's no good. And some switches. Switches don't seem to do much. Unless, do they all need to be pressed down at the same time? Hey, real bomb chew, let's do something. So instead of being a pain, we can be a gain. Alright, I think we are going to be dealing with some Elegy of Emptiness. Let's see, let's press this down. This is a big statue that only Goron Link can press down. So we definitely need to use the Elegy of Emptiness here to keep it pressed. Hopefully we don't have to, we're definitely gonna have to press them all down. What am I even talking about? Okay, there we go. Voila, more Elegy of Emptiness gameplay. Because there wasn't enough before. This is a very, very tight room. I am not a fan of this room one bit. I don't like these guys. And now it's night of the first day. Okay, this is a lot going on. This is really stressing me out. Alright, let's grab the Zora Mask now. And why don't we just keep this statue held down too? Because what's the worst that could happen? Well, actually, I know how to solve this room now. I just needed a second to kind of calm down. I don't know why, but having to do that puzzle at the start of the video kind of just put me on the wrong track. But it's okay. We are all good now. Yeah, we can take a little bit of a deep breath and continue the game. So let's get some real bombs instead of blast mask, because, you know, basically there's a crack in this wall. You can blow it up, right? Yeah, you definitely can blow it up. There you go. I just wasn't close enough, it looks like. And then there's a chest above us. That's a little bit of an odd thing to have, eh? Random chest. And there's also all these crates here. And there's boxes. So if we grab a box, we can go over here and set the box down. And the box weighs so much, it weighs the same amount as Link does, or, you know, more than Deku Link and less than Goron Link. And if we place this, we can set this down and move on, which is super cool. Let's see. Let's actually. I would be incredibly no, hold on. Okay, we're not going to. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry, I was going to do something, but I decided it's best to probably just keep going. All right, here we go. So here's a dragonfly. Well, there was a dragonfly. Let's actually put on. Okay, cool. So no fairies in this area. That's awesome. So that's a locked door. Can't go in there. Why is my camera so low? Oh, this is a cool room. If we walk down here, we'll notice that there is a sunblock and some Armos, and Tattle's telling us to look at this room. Oh, shoot. Tattle, I'm so sorry I missed your thing. She's basically just like, hold on, this room's below this area. What? How do we get down here? What's that do? All right, yeah, moving on. Anyway. That's a hint. So we don't need a hint though, because we are professionals. There's a stray fairy here though, so there we go. First of how many stray fairies? Is it 15 or is it 30? Where do you go to check? It's 15. Okay. You'd think after 4 dungeons I would have gotten that by now, but you know, sometimes it takes a little long. I remember where to get the stray fairy in the first dungeon room, by the way. So we're gonna make our way back here and take care of that. If we were to place a bomb on here, it will, oh, take care of the dragonfly. Take out the dragonfly. Nice! You can blow this up and you can drop down into here, which is that area that Tattle is pointing out to us. And it has sun, so we can get rid of the sun block here. It's funny that I call it a sunblock, because sunblock is like what you wear on your skin so that you don't get a burn. But it's also like the item we use. That's pretty funny. Alright, now we have the challenge of crossing this fiery lava river. We've actually done this before, but basically we need to use... There's more fairies. More fairies, more fairies! I feel like Mr. Crocker from The Fairly Odd Parents. Fairies! But anyway, we cross over here, we can open up this chest. And thankfully, this chest has a dungeon map. So that's cool. Alright, cool. So, if we are to mess with some of these Armos, these are Armos by the way, we can punch them. And, you know, we love combat here. We are a brave and bold and super cool Goron. So, you know, we love combat. And we're going to combat all of these guys real quick here. That one's a real one. Okay. If you punch enough of them, a chest spawns. That's it. That's the cool thing. So we're going to open it. Awesome. Small key, use it to open locked doors. Now, is that the last stray fairy in this room? It is not. There are more. That's cool. Let's see. Is it possibly a stray fairy for a later time? Or is it a stray fairy for right now? It's a very weird dungeon. I think that's all the fairies for now, though. So let's head upstairs. Yeah, so as I said, there's going to be a lot of time when we get to return to places we've been to before in order to grab new things, and that's all I really want to say. But just have faith, okay? And worst comes to worst, like, we just have to redo something, eh? You know? What happens, happens. Okay, so Zora Mask on. This is clearly a water-based challenge. So we're going to jump down here, and there's a lot going on in here. There's some doorways, some explodey things. There's a Dexy hand, which we actually want to get grabbed by. Now, I know that sounds weird, but if we get grabbed by it, we will get thrown, if my memory serves correct, yep, up here, and we can go over here and open this chest. So that's a cool way to get this chest. You can, of course, also just use the, take off the Zora Mask and then put it back on. I don't think we're supposed to be able to hit that switch yet, but I did it anyway. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying is if you were to, say, be in the water... Nope. Release me, Dexy hand. There we go. Alright, so if you were to be in the water, you can take off the mask. And then if you put it on while holding forward, Link will be tall enough to just pull himself up. So that's cool. Wow, you are a loud enemy, Beamos. You are just so gosh darn loud. Alright, so we need a light source of some kind to... There's another Beamos. I can't stand these things. Holy lord. Okay. Let's just escape. Hey, there's a switch. We can't press that, but notice it for now. Let's head over here. And now we are here in this very large open room. Once again, filled with water for some strange reason. I guess the developers just really enjoy water physics. That makes one of us. Alright, let's keep going here. Alright, some magic, that's cool. A skullfish, that is now a skull. Another switch that we can't reach. A switch that we can reach. We just need to kind of tank through some explosives, but you know, we can press it. That's cool, and that'll create a chest that is upside down. So, that's cool, I suppose. Okay, that doesn't do much. This doesn't do much either. Alright, well, let's find what this room is used for then. Because look, there's a couple of exits. Maybe there's something at the surface. Well, actually, you know what I see? I see this ledge up here that I can totally do a sick dolphin dive into if I'm epic enough, which, unfortunately, it looks like I am not, but, you know, that's fine. Oh, this looks like a fun room. Let's head over here first, though. I feel like this would be a cool way to go first. Alright, this room. This room is a fun one. Let's put on the Goron mask and punch these out, just like we did in the Snowhead Temple. And there's also some bow enemies. We can take out the bows with not light. We can take them out with our sword, though. That's cool. Okay, very easy enemies. And now there's something that's kind of unrealistic, but it's Zelda, so what do you expect? If you shine the light at the mirror, you can charge up the mirror. And then when you run over here, you'll have enough time to, well, depending on how much light you charge, you'll have enough time to, so let's see, let's find the spot where I can just sit. I want to find a spot where it just does it for me. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I want to find a good angle. That's what I'm trying to say. So give me a good angle so that I can just sit like this. Maybe go like a tiny little bit over. There we go. Yeah, so we can just sit here. We can charge up the light for a little while. You know, not too long, but we need plenty of time. And quickly we can get over here and go. Go. Cool. See, we can use up the charged light to get to the light block. And that will allow us to go in here and get a Nejiron. Away, good sir, away. Okay, just blow up already. Let's just open the chest instead. Hey, Stray Fairy. Awesome. Second Stray Fairy, jeez. There's also all these sun faces. You can shine on all of them and cool things will happen. One of them holds a Stray Fairy. Other ones might not. That one just burned away kind of uselessly. There's definitely going to be some monsters spawning out of these as well, so gotta be careful with that. Okay, come on now. Holy lord, these controls are so weird. Do you keep spawning? I legitimately think those guys keep spawning. Okay, hey, Nejiron, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're a real pain in the neck, so sayonara. Okay. Now that that clown's out of my life and I can focus on the game for just a second longer, let's get over here. They definitely keep spawning, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but is it going to be the last sun face I check? There we go. Holy lord. That's what I needed. I needed that chest to spawn, and oh my gosh, did that not take about my entire gosh darn life. And one more for good measure, just for consistency's sake. Voila. Okay. so let's open this chest first and foremost. And you'll notice there's another sunblock. So that is the challenge right now. Is this sunblock right here. Okay, let me get rid of you. You want to go away? Alright. Actually, this is a good thing to do. Let's gather both of these guys up and spin attack them. Okay. And now we need to get going. We have a little bit of a timed thing to do. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's just charge it like this. He's back already. Okay, boom, charge. And now we need to go and charge the other mirror. Ah, didn't have enough light. Okay. This is a little bit tricky. Honestly, I would love to find a way. You can't charge these mirrors up infinitely, by the way. So it's not like you could just like rubber band your controller or something to charge this for like 6 hours and then come back after you make a sandwich and sleep or something. Holy Lord, this is so hard to do. The dead zone is not supportive of this at all. Okay, get this guy, come over here, and quickly begin charging the next mirror with some light. Just enough. I didn't have enough light. Holy buckets. It doesn't help that these guys keep spawning. Oh, you know what we can do? Holy Lord. Stone Mask. Problemo Solve mode. They're going to ignore me now. It's like I don't exist. I should have done that from the start. Alright, yes, let's charge some light. I'm planning on doing half the dungeon in this video, by the way. This is obviously the biggest dungeon and the most complex one, so I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm super sorry if it's long, though. I don't enjoy putting out long videos because there's only 24 hours in a day. I feel like asking you guys to devote more than like 10 to 15 minutes of that day is like way too much for me to ask, but you know. Please go away. No! You're kidding me! Oh, how is this still charged? What? Frick. Alright, this is my last try before I'm going to start playing not Majora's Mask. Alright, here we go. This is all on the line. If I continue this Let's Play series, then I have to get this next try. Here we go. Okay, very complex. High stakes indeed. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's move over to the next one. Next one, in, and charge. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on. We're going to sit here for as long as possible. Okay, and go. Come on. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. There we go. Whew. Series is saved, guys. The series has been saved. I wasn't going to quit the series, don't worry. I'm not, I ain't like that. But also, holy lord, this is going by super quickly. I might need to play... Let's play Song of Inverted, just in case. I don't think it's going to be necessary, but it literally can't do anything wrong. You know, I couldn't imagine running out of time. Oh, by the way, I was totally supposed to buy some Chateau Romani before coming in here. Apparently it makes it super easy if you have infinite magic, but, you know, who thinks of that? Not I, says me. Alright, here we go. Next room, this is a fun one. First and foremost, are there any flyy ladies in here? There are, okay. Well, let's investigate down here then. So basically, how this works is it's a challenge involving... I remember where this fairy is. It's a challenge involving the Deku Mask and how good you are at flying in it. However, there's also a challenge for a stray fairy, which requires you to use your ability of a Goron to roll around the corner and avoiding objects to hit this switch. That actually wasn't that difficult. Okay, so that's at the end. Now that we've taken care of that, let's go ahead and head back and do the challenge with the little bit of the Deku now. A little bit of flying on the helicopter pedals. A little beginning, middle, and end. Anyway, alright. So, yeah, this shouldn't be too difficult to challenge. Flying as a Deku never really bothered me. I never thought it was like hard to control or anything. I know you can go faster going backwards, so maybe that's a trick that I'll have to use. But you know, we'll see what happens. So first we go up here, and then you see what you need to do is basically get lifted by this current. Awesome. What was that? Hold on, now I'm curious. Get lifted by the current again, just so I can see. Okay, that's just money. I don't really care about money. I have better ways to make money than waste my time in the temple getting money. Okay, so see, now I'm going backwards, which does invert the controls. No, I was so close! That's what happens if Deku Link touches fire, by the way. Alright, so I don't want to end up going backwards. I think that was not the coolest decision I've ever made. Granted, it wasn't particularly a decision as much as it was just, like, the circumstances. Hey, there we go. I can, like, fall into it. That's acceptable. There we go. Now we're going straight on, and we're probably going to end up falling into this one. Oh, that was clutch. That was so clutch. And we land. So this is the fire chest that we were able to put down through the Goron challenge. Come on, Stray Fairy. Here you go. Okay. And there is still a fairy in here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we'll come back to it. And once again, if not, it's not the end of the world. Okay, this is cool. It's a decent mini-boss. There's a couple of mini-bosses in this dungeon, and they're all super cool. This is the Garo Master. You can't fight him like an ordinary Garo. Just dodge these swords. So, oh jeez, I just got smited. Normally with a Garo, you just block and his swords fly off. You can't do that here, though. You have to wait for an opportunity and strike fair. Generally, you can, you know, do a decent job of just, like, hitting him. If you're going for, like, damageless, you probably have to be a lot more careful than I'm being. I love the spin attack, so I'm just gonna spin attack him. There we go. To think I could be even defeated, although my rival, you were spectacular. I should take my bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. If you shoot that which releases the sacred golden light into the blood-stained red emblem outside the temple, it shall rearrange things, in which the earth is born in the heavens, and the moon is born on the earth. Do not forget these words. Die I shall, leaving no corpse. He blows himself up! That is the law of Ascaro. What a champion! Alright, so, usually I would end off the episode after getting the dungeon item, but the dungeon item doesn't really mark the halfway point in this dungeon. However, we've gotten the fire arrows so far, we've gotten the ice arrows so far. Studies show we have to get the light arrows now, which of course is the final upgrade for arrows. The light of justice shall target evil, apparently. They use kind of a lot of magic, but they're super freaking cool. And more importantly, anytime we have seen a sunblock or a sun emblem, we can just shoot it with an ice, not an ice arrow, heaven's sakes. We can shoot it with a cool guy arrow and Problemo Salve mode. Here's an enemy. What are you? You are a hip loop, but you're wearing a mask, sort of like a Helmarock would back in the olden days. We can actually treat him just like a Helmarock and pull his mask off. And then Problemo Salve mode. I don't know why I've been saying that a lot, but you know. Alright, so should I fall down? Let's fall down a little bit. Let's see what's going on down here. Okay, so we hit the ground. That's cool. Hookshot target here. That's cool. Some pots. Lots of different items in here. How do I get back up? That's actually a great question. How do I get back up? For real, how do you get out of here? There's no way if you fall down here. Oh, there it is. Don't know why I panicked so much. You know, no big deal. Okay, so let's try that again. Apparently ignoring this cool girl signs on my hair, I totally forgot to go a different way too. Hopefully this loops back around to somewhere cool. Ah, okay. This is the area with all the water, and this is another enemy. This is the Igor. Simply attacking it is no good. I think you should pay attention to the subtle changes of its eye. Subtle changes in when it turns red, shoot it with an ice arrow. Or sorry, you know, a light arrow is what I meant. Really? You're just giving up? I didn't put up enough of a fight? Should I just start attacking you? Yeah, oh sorry, when it turns yellow, you know, yellow for light arrow. Light arrow. And we're good. When it turns red is when he's done. That should leave behind a chest. Yeah, we need to go back for that chest. Alright. So I am working towards the end of this video, have no fear. But there are a few errands we need to do because, well, as the Garo Master said, when we use our light arrow on the red emblem outside of the dungeon, it's going to rearrange the way that the dungeon is laid out to the point where we are not going to be able to do what we need to do. By the way, an example of shooting the light arrows at a sun thing is that it creates a target, not a target, a chest on the roof. We can also use normal arrows like this and shoot eyeballs like that, which is how you get the first chest in this room that I pointed out earlier. I did not grab this, and I was going to, but you know, this is just how it ended up. Okay, another stray fairy. Cool. 6 so far. 6 out of 15. So now, this is the back to the main room of the dungeon, by the way. You see we got the stray fairy, one of the stray fairies in here. Now we're going to head through this door. Previously I said we were unable to do anything about these. Now we can do something about these, so check that off the list. And there's some more cool stuff we can do. For example, we can open up this chest, which apparently you don't actually need to get. This is the compass, if my memory serves correct, but can you imagine if you just didn't get the compass? This is one of those things. If you ended off the episode where it makes sense almost, you miss out on stuff. Okay, so now we're back to this room with all the water. We have one more place we need to go, and that is the room where we fought the Igor, but on the bottom section, so that we are in the water. If you remember, there were 2 places where we could have used some sort of source of light, and now we are going to use that source of light. We also have the compass now, which is awesome, because we kind of need the compass, let's be honest. It shows us where all the cool stuff is located. Alright, so let's ignore the Dexy hand for just a second. I don't really like the Dexy hand. It takes too long to do what it needs to do, so we're going to use the Zora Mask trick again. I think you can also get a really cool dolphin dive and just jump over that area. I don't want to put money on that, though. I didn't need to do that. That's how you get to the crystal switch, which is that crystal switch still hit? I guess I should look. It is. Okay, good. And I think the last chest we need to get before moving on to the end of the episode is this one up here. And I think we need to do the same trick to get out. Yep. Holy Beamos. Why do you have to be so persistent? I'm behind a wall? You're never gonna hit me. Never ever. By the way, this is why it's so not necessary, but it's good to have infinite magic. You use a lot of magic. So, you know. Also, here's for probably the longest episode of the series. Maybe besides the final. Alright, hey, catch! He caught it. Okay, give me back the Great Fairy Mask, because there's things I need to get, like this. Voila, a stray fairy, last one for this room. 7 out of 15, and I think we can now peacefully leave. Well, I'm kind of in, like, not the best place, but, you know, we can leave. So that's good. Yeah, actually, let's just... Oh, you know what we can do, actually? Hold on. Let's just use the Song of Soaring to warp us to the entrance of the dungeon. That's not the right way. That's like one of those weirdly familiar, but not actually. Yeah. Anyway. Moving on. Sword of the entrance. Here we go. And... Boom, we're back. Alrighty. So, yeah. Alright, so there's actually one fairy we missed, and it's such a pain to get. I'm actually kind of upset. It's actually in the room where we did the Goron challenge, as well as the Deku challenge. And I just want to apologize for this video being all over the place. Stone Tower is a very confusing dungeon. You'll see why in the next episode. It's really no excuse. I should have been probably more prepared, but thankfully it's not like the most difficult dungeon ever in terms of a layout. If anyone's using this for a guide, I do apologize. It's not the best. Remember these rupees that I pointed out? There's actual stuff here, apparently. Yeah. This was it. This should be Stray Fairy number 8. And that is all of them for the... That's all we can access right now. So let's actually now Song of Soar to the entrance and call it a day. Because it's been a long and an arduous one. Let's be done, shall we? Pick it up again some other time. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Alright, here we go. So, as I've said, I'm actually going to end off this episode here because in the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we are going to be interacting with the weird red thing that, well, I want to show off the weird red thing. Come on, game, let me do that. The weird red thing that exists here, that's really, I'm gonna pick the last one. We're gonna be interacting with the weird red thing. As the Garo Master said, we need to shoot the emblem on the front of the temple and something cool will happen. That's exactly what we're going to be doing on the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. See, there it is. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe and tell your friends about the series if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me. You're spreading my videos around. I'll catch you all back here next time for the next episode. Until then, as always, take care.